Dear Pro, if you love programming, and that is one of the things you carry in your heart, listen. In this presentation, we introduce a new three-dimensional unit of composition, which is the word itself. Let us show how to use the compositionality of the human language in programming. Think about it. What is more composable than human language? We can say and describe anything with words. Is not it so? Yes, it is. Even God is recursively defined in front of us by Yuan with words only. Okay, maybe it's not so easy to express emotions in one or two words, but one can compose a whole presentation like this to tell. And yet today we are not using the power of the word to compose our software. And that's precisely why we have a ton of complexity in our program texts. The fact is that programming is a new field in science, and we have not yet been able to discover its essence. We understand that those are bold statements, so let us prove each of them. On a slide, we see most of the human languages, composed as a tree. Let us enjoy this beauty for a while. Here are British, Scottish, Irish, славянские, греческий, армянский, and here are Caucasian languages. Finally, here is Georgian itself, which is my native language. And also, in the main track of a tree, we see a question mark, from which the primary trunk branches in three parts. Notice that the languages branch off from each other and grow as a tree does. Let us underline the word grow. Languages carry specific ideas within their words. For example, in Georgian, hell sounds like Jojocheti, meaning a place for little ugly trees. Heaven sounds like Samotche, meaning 343, and face sounds like Sache, meaning a place for a tree. Notice the word tree is dominating here. In future videos, we will show how to grow software languages as a tree. For now, let's continue to discover our three-dimensional composition unit. From now on, let's call it Aradani, aka Notandor. Also, in Georgian, human sounds like Adamian, meaning Adam kind. The world sounds like Samkaro, meaning a place for a solid. We know that Adam kind can use light to print instruction set from now on M word on a solid like this CPU. Now imagine that we live in virtual reality which exists within that CPU. Then we could say, in the beginning was the M word, and the M word was with CPU, and the M word was CPU. Is not it so? Yes, it is. So let us use the M words to build a beautiful software language tree within the software world. Let us show a basic idea of how we can write and execute a sentence. A word or group of words that carry a finished idea is called a sentence. Of course, we understand that this sentence on the slide is not perfect in English. So this is the time when the Georgian language will contribute a little to science. The whole words in sentence are members of the sentence. The word that the question is here is the whole word. From now on, an word. In Georgian, the syntactic composition of a sentence is determined by the verb. On a slide, verbs are shown in black. Georgian verbs are either one-person absolute or two- and three-person relative. Only the Georgian language has three-person verbs. We should take this idea to programming languages and create more powerful verbs and junctions. We will write a sentence from left to right and execute it from right to left. And for that reason, we need to keep verbs in last place of the sentence. Also, we need to move junctions there. The number of A's in conjunction and determines how many words are connected to the left side of the sentence. The dot represents the pith of a sentence. From now on, S pith. It is used to build the execution pipeline of a sentence. Now, look at that beautiful cross in the middle. Please, let me take it, and I will try to do my best to bring new blood and joy to programming.